Hello, hello. Welcome back, guys. All right, so let's get into this. This is going to be a love tarot. So let's do a check in, see what we've got in the topic of love. That feels like the wrong deck, actually. Let's go this route instead. All right, how do we begin? A King of Swords shifting into the Page of Swords. Okay, this storyline starts out with a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy, and we see this aging, ailing, possibly king, or just somebody who's been heavily burdened. Hi, Slave Princess. Great to see you, love. Decoded. Hi. This person seems to be sitting here in a bit of you see he's like bent forward. It feels like he's had a lot of problems on his shoulders, but he's trying to figure out, because this is like the card of shifting into like, let me gather information, let me spy. I still feel like this is all just him, but he's hit something that has been tiresome. You notice he's in this forest, but there's no leaves anywhere. This looks like he has been stuck on a thought for a very long time and not known what to do. Didn't know what he should say, didn't know what he should try to figure out or how he should move forward. And I feel like he got stuck in a repetitious thought process for a really long time. And this has been prematurely aging him, it even seems to me. And at this point, he's realized, like, okay, come on, King, come on, think this out. How do I get through this? Okay, hang on. I need to gather some more information. I need to get out of my loop. I got to get myself. He's kind of like beaten down, tired over whatever this thought process has been that he hasn't known what to do about. And now he's at least had this glimmer of, like, okay, wait a second. What if I start spying or looking into something or trying to gather information? Maybe that will work. Okay, I think that that's probably going to be a better idea for him. I think I want to change decks again already. Hi, everybody. Spam folder. Hi, honey. Hi, Lalu. Ash Cash, Shay, Michelle S. Thank you so much, everybody. Really great to see you tonight. Okay, we have the Magician. He's definitely starting to formulate a cunning plan. He was definitely stuck for a very long time. Now, Kings of Swords, as intelligent as they are, they definitely can get stuck on, a thought. Here we have him still like sketching it out. This is a rough sketch, right? We can't really see all of his like imagery filled in here, but we know he's starting to like get out of his funk and start to come up with a plan. May I ask, what was he stuck on though? Because I don't even know what this is about yet. Nine of Cups, he was stuck on, I want to be happy. I want joy. I want my, fulfillment. I want to have this, the sun. I really want to be happy. We have the Hermit and we have the Queen of Cups. I want to be happy, but I also want to be alone, but I also want to be with the Queen of Cups. Hang on. That is quite a conundrum. If he thinks that he wants to have solo singleness and then also be the light in somebody's life and have some loving relationship, he wants to be single and out there answering to no one, but he also wants to have somebody who loves him very much. I'm not sure I get this. Honey, how are you thinking you're going to puzzle your way through this or manifest your way through this? We have got the Nine of Wands in the reverse, and we got the Page of Cups upright. Okay, so he keeps a picture of somebody near and dear to him, somebody that he wants to either still give an apology to or a love offer to. And he feels like, okay, I'm figuring this out. I could fix whatever the problem is that has occurred. I could heal from something, or I could heal this thing if I said sorry. I'm starting to think that he hurt somebody. He comes across selfish. I'm so sorry. And it looks like what he's really trying to figure out is, how can I still get what I want out of this situation? I know, I'll say sorry. This feels very ice cold. It feels like he is somebody who operates from a very, like, how do I get what I desire? And now he's having this breakthrough of how he goes about doing this. If I just say sorry, then the person will give me what I want from them again. Six of Pentacles. Yes, then she will want to give to me, because when you say sorry to people, they like that. This feels so strangely like cold and just it's a very odd way to I mean, maybe it's a clinical breakdown of things, and maybe they're not wrong. You know, I have this idea that when you say sorry to people, it makes them happy, and then they give you what you want because you fixed the problem by saying I'm sorry. And then you get what you want out of the equation. It's almost like they're looking at it from like a robotic, like I'm feeling like Data or something, you know, from Star Trek. Um, it feels like it computes in some respects, but not like in a really warm and human way. But they want happiness, which is a very human thing to desire, but they still want everything to be on their terms. Like, I want to be single and be alone, except when I want her to be warm and wonderful toward me. And then I want access to that. Me. I want. That's all I see on this. And he's trying to figure out how he gets that. Again, Six of Cups. I want her to give to me. Okay, if we look at the dynamics here, this is like I always think that the me stuff is like, you know, 2-year-olds. 2-year-olds are really good at me. They point at candy and they say, eat me, you know, and they show you they don't have enough vocabulary yet, but they know they like candy and they know that that's what they want and you're going to feed it to them. And they make those demands and they feel okay about doing that because, you know, the adults of the world are there to serve them. And that's adorable and funny when you're 2. And that's why we call it the terrible 2s. And then they grow up and they get, you know, like personalities and they learn that that's not how it works. But in this situation, this King of Swords has not figured out that that's not how it works. What he's aiming for is to get that dynamic back. I want to be the terrible 2-year-old who tells her when you give me what I want. And I'm learning that the way I think I could get her to give me what I want is if I come in and say, hey, I'm sorry. I don't even know if they know what they're sorry about. But if I say those words or something, then she'll give me again what I desire. This is him planning how to get her to give to him again, not him growing up, not him planning or understanding what he should want to give to her, but it's all from his own agenda. Here's what I want. Happiness for me, lots of happiness, except when I don't want it and I want you to go away, but lots of nice, gentle stuff from you. All of this is the motive in this story. I'm sorry, I cannot read it in another way because that's fundamentally that's what we have on these cards. Give to me. I want you to want to give to me. So he'd been sitting here for a long time. And the problem is he shows up as a king. So we wouldn't expect that from a king, except remember this card always has 2 meanings on it. In this deck, it's merged. So we do have the king, but also we see the page, right? We see the grown-up and we see the kid. And that explains this to a T, right? We're seeing him, he sees himself as a kid. He's rationalizing like a kid who wants what he wants. He's trying to only devise a plan to get what he wants out of a situation, not to like grow or mature, but rather, how do I get the candy? Ace of Wands. He's very passion driven. He wants her. He really, really wants that Queen of Cups. Really wants that Queen of Cups. Now he's possibly Randy. That may be part of this. You know, he doesn't want to spend winter alone, or he has spring fever's coming on. 9 of Pentacles. I want her to be single and to be mine. She needs to be 9 of Pentacles. That's a single person's card that's very abundant. See, he doesn't want just anybody. He wants a queen who also needs to be single, who also needs to be very accomplished. Have you thought about what you need to be? Because I'm seeing only a very selfish person here. Has he thought about what he needs to be? He's like, I just manifest what I want. It's not about me needing to be this or that. You know, when babies do the grabby thing when they see what they want, you know, they want that banana and they don't have language yet. So they pump their little chubby fingers in the direction of the item that they want. And they're telling you, you bring that to me. I want that banana, bring it here. I feel like that's what this person's entire energy is. Grabby little, I just tell the universe what I want and then I get it. It's not about me needing to think about what I would need to offer to attract somebody. I'm manifesting it. Okay, this person has gone off the rails with what they think manifestation is. To me, this is just pure. I don't even want to say like selfish or something, because it's more childish. It's the selfishness of a child. Again, all I can picture is somebody doing grabby baby hands to point out what they want, and they believe that it always yields the results that they want. They don't need to manifest anything other than getting what they desire. Three of Pentacles. This, they think this is working together though. Okay, so he's got a lot of missing components of maturity and knowledge from what I can see with this storyline. He's glossing over the bits and pieces of what it would require to be in a collaboration with another person. Is you need to bring something to the table. You don't just manifest them showing up in your world, supplying you with what you need as if you are a child. Okay, so and he wants a lot, right? I will say his shopping list is awesome, right? You know, he wants this awesome queen who's loving, emotionally available. He wants her to be single. He wants her to be somebody who's probably got like her act together. Her life is pretty solid. Her foundation is so great that she won't need much from him because she's already a 9 of Pentacles. Maybe that factors in some way in his mind. Like if I tell somebody I'm sorry, so he must have dealt with her in the past. But if I tell her that I'm sorry, she's going to like that. And she's got so much going for her that she probably won't even notice that I'm not going to give anything to her. I just want her to give to me because she's already a 9 of Pentacles. She's pretty much good without me, but now she'll give to me. Oh boy. This is, I did not know this is what we were in for on this one. 4 of Wands. And she is their fantasy. And I think that is it. This is pure fantasy. He's not going to be getting this. Even here, you know, he's kind of in a little dirty sweatshirt, but imagining that here, this queen who's in this regal finery is reaching out to him like, come to me, come live in my world. Normally a 4 of Wands is amazing, right? It's the life that would be super balanced, but and something that we would be contributing to creating. But even this has this imaginary vortex of energy, like he will just get sucked into her world. So her life must be pretty sweet. Her life must be pretty good. We see her by a castle here. We see her in some like garden in this other worldly space, and she's always very well dressed. She might be very well educated. She is somebody who lives in a world that is different than his. Lots of blooming flowers. Everything, every time we see her, there's something kind of magical. There's something blossoming. And remember where he's at, there's not even leaves on the tree. I feel like this is more like the visual metaphor for kind of like the barren landscape of the way his mind works when it comes to the idea of relationship. It's like there's not even anything growing. There's not like, you know, the lushness and the richness of, you know, trees and things like that and greenery around him. There should be, but instead it's very stark. But he wants to go towards somebody who has all that blooming and blossoming energy around her. You know, this actually is kind of making me sad. Like he comes across now less as a selfish person and more as somebody who's like, he actually does need somebody like her in his life to help him like find like the blossoms and the greenery and such. It's like it hasn't even ever crossed his mind like how to become a fulfilled person on his own and then share with another person. It's kind of like he's in this hungry space, knowing what he's hungry for, which is I want to be happy. I don't know how to create it for myself. Maybe I misread. No, I don't think so. Not 100%. I was going to say maybe I misread that hermit card where it's like he wants to still be alone, keep to himself, but he also wants this queen to give to him. Some of that's true, but we have this like aloofness coming off of him, but we have a fox on this hermit card that makes me think he does manipulate. He wants to have his cake and eat it too. What's interesting though is for him, this solitary kind of ice cold life that he has, in some ways, he likes that because he still wants to be able to both like cry about it, but then also secretly he wants the aloofness. He wants to be able to say, you know, I just don't I can't be around people that much, but I do love you. But, when I don't give to you, just know it's because I need time to myself. That's just how I am. It's going to be trickery. If he's able to get her in his clutches in this story, and please forgive me, I don't get to pick the cards. These are fictional stories, but this character that we're describing is, smart like a fox. Yeah. He knows just how to manipulate. On one hand, he doesn't quite get the fact that, he's acting like a kid who wants, like I say, his candy to be given to him. Part of that, he hasn't recognized how immature his behavior is. But then the other part of him does know how to manipulate to get what he wants without ever giving anything in return. Okay, that is maybe the best way I could describe this. However, what he's actually hungry for is something that wouldn't anybody want to have in their life? Something blooming, blossoming, green, lush, wonderful, loving, open, kind, all the stuff he is not. He's hungry for it, but he doesn't have any of that to give in return. And although he can appreciate what she is and want to bask in that, it's not like he exactly values it. He wants it. That's not the same as valuing it. Or at least I don't think it is. Oh, why do I always get the complicated stories late at night? Okay, the sun. He does know that she is the epitome of something light and bright and warm, something that he needs in his life. I say he doesn't value it, but he does recognize it. I feel like there's like a little something missing in the way he operates. If I didn't see the cunning aspect, I would probably have a lot more forgiveness in my heart right now for this character. But I kind of think it tells me that you're smart and you know that you do this and you do it anyway. Some things he doesn't know that he does. Some things he hasn't looked in the mirror and figured out. But certain things he knows, and it's a tactic. Okay, so maybe he was a spoiled kid. Maybe he's always been used to getting what he wanted when he wanted it, whether he deserved it or earned it or not. Just because you're spoiled doesn't mean you're loved, doesn't mean you're supported. You can be spoiled and have no emotional support around you. And that's maybe more the picture that we're getting of this character, how they can say, well, I want this, I manifest it, and it comes to me because that's how my whole life has been. Remember, I'm a king on a throne, but I'm just a desperately unhappy one. I could see him being like a rich kid who was given everything, but maybe never nurtured, maybe never given love, maybe never given genuine support, which is maybe why he craves it. But we still have this selfish bastard energy on this story that we just can't seem to it's really hard to put up with this character's demands and their attitude and their cunning, even though I can feel sad for them at the same time, because you see why they want her, and they want her for all the right reasons, as far as recognizing her light, recognizing her beauty, recognizing the warmth she would bring to them, recognizing she's emotionally available, and he wants that, but he will be damned if he's going to give it back in return. That's why I don't think you deserve it, because you need to work on you first. You can't just go and take from somebody else and manipulate to get more out of them and say, well, Queen, you should just give to him anyway, because, somebody didn't nurture him, so now you have to, and you also have to accept nothing in return. But don't worry, he knows that you're really great. He's just never going to give you anything in return. I'm not going to support that story. I am not. All day long, held to the no. I'm going to protect the queen in this storyline right now. Universe, simmer me down and give me put Sassy Kate in the corner. We got the Page of Coins. It is sideways, which says, with minimal effort, I think their true motives can be figured out. Okay. Before she starts giving anything to this person, just a little bit of communication will probably show or reveal their true intentions. She's going to hear from them, right? That's what they have figured. If we go back to the beginning, I know it was a long time ago now, but at the beginning, I was like, okay, so wait a second. They've got this cunning plan that they go, you know what people like? They like it when you say sorry, and then they give you more of what you want. And again, this feels very robotic, not sincere, not sentimental, but he's figured out human behavior. If I say sorry, then humans like it, and then they give to me again. That if he reaches out to give a gift, a message, a word, a letter, an I'm sorry, she needs to listen closely and maybe respond with, so what made you say that? Or, like ask a question in return. Figure out what his motive is. Does he understand what his motive is? I just feel like she's going to get to the bottom of his reaching out to her pretty swiftly. Because if all he's thought about is if you say sorry, people like it, and then they give you what you want, that's all he's prepared for, right? So it'll be like imagine if somebody goes into a job interview and all they did was they read up on what the criteria was to get the job, but they don't have those skills. But then they come in and in the interview, they can almost verbatim spout off like all the skills, lying through their teeth, all the skills that they possess that are exactly what the description of the job was. But then if you ask them to expound upon that and be like, okay, so tell me when you were, whatever, using that software, what were the problems that you experienced? Are you familiar with this and this? Were you there for that upgrade? Blah, blah, blah. They're not going to have anything to say. You're going to be able to sleuth out people that are lying in a job interview pretty quick, that simply created a false resume based off of the topics that the job entailed. That's basically the way she's going to have to approach this, I think, is a conversation with him where whatever he says, however he reaches out to her, she's probably going to need to respond in a way that will allow him to then expound upon what he just said. And if he's got no more to say, then she might be able to pinpoint, like, I believe you simply came in to say sorry for what you don't seem to know, but you just wanted me to say, okay, come on back. I'll fill in all the blanks. Come on back. Come on into my wonderful world. I'm going to imagine, because you said sorry to me once, that now you must be meant for me. In fact, let's go ahead and get married, and I will give and give and give to you. And all you ever have to do is take from me. And then once in a while, say the right word. Oh, sorry. And that'll be enough to make me think, okay, you're on the same page. You do care, blah, blah, blah. She's got to be able to recognize what his real motive is and whether or not he's a sincere partner or whether he just wants, oh, this is a tough one. This is really tough because we have a 2 of Cups. Okay, so this just got a little bit deeper layers. We've seen an ugly side of him, or maybe I shouldn't say ugly. Maybe I should say we've seen a side of him that is failed to fully mature. He's like a green mango. He has not turned ripe yet. He could be sweet. He has the potential, because on one hand, he's smart, even if he's cunning like a fox. He also recognizes what he's hungry for, which is somebody sweet and kind. He's not looking for just any old person. He's looking for somebody that he knows brings him genuine joy. Even if he doesn't have quite the skill sets to be able to understand, what is it about her that warms me? What is it about her that I'm so drawn to? I don't even know if he's done that much critical thinking to figure it out. He just knows, feel good, want that, just like babies. The banana is delicious, give it to me. The Cheerios are delicious, give that to me. I like the sweet things, give it to me. That's still kind of how he's operating, but he's not exactly a villain either, because some stuff he knows he does wrong and other stuff he just doesn't. There's a part of him, as messed up as this has been, that is drawn to her for every right reason there is. Even a part of him that maybe loves her, although he may not know what love is. In this story, he is an ice cold, barren, landscaped king who has maybe never had love. It still does not mean, I am not advocating that, okay, so she must go and heal his heart and teach him how to love, because he may never learn. He may never want to. But bizarrely, just like how they say, babies are born knowing how to swim, but you still don't think you're putting your baby in a pool and walking away, right? There's, just because you can do something doesn't mean that this is a good idea. She doesn't need to fix him or settle for nothing, all because, well, he does love her in his way, and maybe over time he could learn how to give love. I'm not supporting that concept, but I am saying he does love her, as maybe broken as this scenario is. And she may know that, and her understanding that, but also trying to evaluate, does he understand that he loves me? And does he understand that if I make him happy, he should care about whether or not I'm happy too? Does he understand that bit? Because he can love me and still have no comprehension that you need to care about my happiness too. Even if I know he loves me, am I going to be happy with him? Am I going to receive anything from him? Or is it always going to be a one-way street? Even if he loves me, it doesn't mean he's healthy enough or mature enough or thoughtful enough yet to be my partner. And maybe he will never be, or maybe this is just, she just has to understand he does want you for the right reasons, but it doesn't mean he's going to be the right person for you, I guess is what I'm trying to say. This is so tough because there's so much potential here, but we have not seen him, to me. Okay, I'm going to be the big mean sister that nobody wants to have, or big mean auntie that nobody wants to have. Because why can't I just be like, oh, you know what? You two will probably figure it out. And he does care about you, even if he can't show it very well. And, it'll be okay. I just can't. I just can't get behind this because we haven't seen him think about her yet, except in a context of, I want her for my own reasons. And I haven't seen him care. I've seen him acknowledge what she is, but I have not seen him care about her yet. So if this was like my niece, I would not say yes to this. I would say, oh, honey, no, he needs to show you more. I want to see, you tell me, how does he show you that he loves you? Or let me ask him, how do you show her that you love her? What do you think about when you think about her? Do you think about her needs? What do you think she needs? What do you think makes her happy? Do you care about those things? When is the last time you did something to make her smile? I would ask those questions. I would be the big mean aunt. We've got 6 of Wands. We go right back to somebody who's full of themselves. They're like, well, I know when I'm doing the right thing because I feel really good. Okay, you feel good. Did you make her feel good? It's not supposed to. How do I explain this? It does feel nice. Like, it's fun to give presents and it's fun to make other people feel good because we feel good too. But this is a little different than that. He's saying, I feel good when I'm around her. That's how I know I'm doing right. That still says, no, it's all about you. You feel good when people cheer for you. You feel good, and then you say that you're doing the right thing, but that's not really true. You have to care about her needs and make sure that you're making sure that she's getting what she needs and that she's happy too. And then you can say, I love to see her smile or something, but that's not what he said. He didn't say, I feel good when I make her smile and make her happy. It's not quite like that. See, he's still missing the mark. And I know it sounds like I'm just splitting hairs here, but I can't see him yet understanding this. Okay. And she kind of knows this part too. We got the 7 of Cups. She can see this also. And it's like, it's a really tough thing to define, at least with vocabulary, at least for me. What is it that we're missing? We're missing the genuine concern where he gets out of his own head and he realizes, I care about another person. I want to show them love. And she's over here going, I don't know how to tell him that he keeps missing the mark, that he keeps making it all about himself. I know he likes to be with me, but does he see me? Well, yeah, he sees that he likes me. He sees that he likes, the way I am, the way I treat him. It makes him feel really good. So therefore the relationship makes him feel good. But has he seen me? I think she knows that that's a hard thing for her to answer. And I think until there can be confidence, like, oh, I know that this person cares about my wants, my needs, my do's, my don'ts, all of that, and they care about it. Until I know that, I don't think that, I hope she doesn't take a leap with him. We got the Fool. I think that the question mark of whether or not she can take a leap and accept him into her life is all hinging upon this right here. Is it always just going to be all about him getting the accolades? As long as he feels special, he'll be like, oh, I'm in a great relationship. I know to a certain extent, everybody is like that. like when we feel like we're getting what we need, we feel like it's, we're satisfied, we feel good. But when we love somebody, I think we really feel good when we know our partner is happy as well. Like if there's so many songs about it. When something is wrong with my baby, then something is wrong with me. Is that Ronstadt and Neville? And I kind of think that, especially if you're talking about Two of Cups, you got to be that interwoven. You got to care about their happiness as if it's your own. I think that's love in general. That's the most critical component that we're missing here, or we're just not sure about that. So, universe, what's the remedy for this? Because I know I've been like grinding away on this, basically saying no, no, no. But is there a remedy for this? High Priestess, that is not an answer. That is not an answer. That is, we have an Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Sorry, the writing is small and upside down. I can't very much read it. I asked for the remedy. And the remedy is a character has to look deep inside. I'm going to say possibly it's putting the heavy emphasis on the feminine to kind of look deep inside, because she's going to hear from him, right? He's figured out, if I come in and say sorry, she'll give to me again. She's going to hear from him. But I think the universe says the remedy for this is for the feminine to go deep into her intuition, and she will know the answer. Is, if I give them a new beginning, will anything be different? This would kind of indicate no. Does she want to have a new beginning with this person? Maybe that's the first question. And this might say deep down she's saying no. Or it simply is what I said in the beginning, which is, if I give this person a new beginning, do I really think that there's going to be enough change? If we go back to this Page of Pentacles, when he reaches out for her to receive and then maybe respond in a way that would allow him to explain, what is it that you really want? Why do you want to be with me? And if he can't say, oh my God, because, I miss your voice. I miss, the little things that you do. I want your energy around me. There's a million different things. I think about this. I wonder about that with you. I want to be able to talk to you. I want to hear how your day is. I want to, if he doesn't have any of those things to say other than, oh, because I feel really good. Like, I like to go out and be seen with you. You make me look really good. I mean, that's not enough of a reason. I just feels like she's got to sleuth this out. But the universe says a remedy for all of this is just for her to listen to her intuition about, how do you have a new beginning if nothing's different? If they're just coming in to say sorry, but they haven't changed at all, what's going to be different? Nothing. So that's a part that only she can figure this out. This is not to say that nothing has changed. It just says she's going to have to sleuth that bit out. And that's tough, because here's I think the biggest thing for her to have to deal with is, man, she might wish with all her heart and soul that he has changed, that he has seen, like, and understood, you have to give me love. I know that you do love me, but you actually have to be unselfish. Can you get there? It's not enough for me to know somewhere in this tangled up mess you love me, but I still am going to have to put up with the fact that it's always just all going to be about you. I need you to be my partner. God, I'd wish you could be my partner, but have you figured that bit out yet? That's going to be tough for her to have to evaluate, especially when her own heart's on the line, most likely. I mean, I'm guessing, is her heart on the line? Does she feel like he's her Two of Cups? Knight of Wands, not exactly. She may say, I can't give him that title. He's been in and out of my life. If he were to evolve spiritually, perhaps. But what I've seen him as is a player, as somebody who always tries to get what he wants, and he'll use charm and dazzling smiles. But I think he could be more spiritual, but he didn't get there yet. It's interesting that on this Knight of Wands, we actually see like a very spiritual, very, committed, like a Buddhist monk. And we have, all of this electricity coming down from the sky, like the power of the universe is like helping him find some divine truth. But she's saying, I think he could be that person, but I've only seen him as a freaking knight, and a knight of wands at that. He charms his way into what he wants. I know there's more to him, but it's buried under this superficial charm. And I think it's going to take, an act of God to get him to actually be the version of himself that I see in him, but he's choosing not to awaken that part. So, I kind of think that this is one of those situations where unless he has the ability to tap into that additional depth and really love another person, not just try to be this energy vampire that acquires her by any charming means necessary or by any false, words of, hey, I'm sorry, now give me what I want. Unless he can do more than lip service, unless he can tap into the divine energy that really is within him, and she knows it, but unless he can know it and act on that, then she's not going to take him back and have a do-over, because it wouldn't be anything different. It would still play out the same way over and over and over again. They'll go through the same cycle. She'll leave, he'll say sorry, she'll come back, and he won't have changed. This is tough because she's probably going to have to stay away from him completely and let him miss her, or let him sit in that lonely forest some more. And instead of maybe him figuring out, okay, what magic words would make her let me get back into her life so she can give to me again, maybe he would finally start to think about, what do I need to do different about me? We just don't see that he's there yet. But, the one thing that I think is really important in this for her is that she does know that he loves her. It's just not a healthy kind of love yet, even though it's there. It's not going to work in the real world unless it's a healthier version of it. But it's like, I know he loves me, but damn it, I can't do this. We're going to cycle around and around of something that is still pretty toxic, even though there's love there. What a conundrum, right? And I don't know if I've explained this very gracefully. This was a lot to minutia to try to get into. I hope it came out in some cohesive way, because he's not exactly a villain, but he's also not a villain. There is love here. And, usually we say, well, love is patient and love is kind. And, we accept a lot of things, a lot of flaws in our partners. But then where do you draw the line so that you go, yeah, but I'm not going to do something toxic or unhealthy for me either. And when I know that this isn't right, I can't say yes to it. That's where she's at, is like, I love him. He loves me. This isn't healthy. This isn't the way it's supposed to be. I know it can be better. I won't take it unless it's better. I won't take it. I won't say yes to him unless he can step up. So she's going to have to be the really strong one and basically keep saying, you're not there yet. You're not there yet. Is there going to be a moment where, I said it's going to take an act of God to come on in, or, it doesn't have to be God. It's whatever he may believe in, or not even know he believes in, but some higher power that would have to help him awaken a bit. We have a 6 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles is, he does still need the give and take. And I'm wondering if maybe what she'll be willing to do is be his friend. Look, we can sit down and we can have dinner or drinks. Am I your woman? Am I your mate? I am not. You can't have me in your life like that until you learn how to love me. But we can talk, because I know a part of you does love me. And I'm not trying to leave you out in that frozen, ice cold, forest, but you have to treat me like you love me. You have to figure out what that looks like. It feels like she's only going to be able to be his friend unless there's something more to this. I don't know how much of that she's going to be able to do. It may be on a very limited basis. It's because otherwise he's still going to get his fix. Like if they sit down and they have drinks at some fancy restaurant, she looks amazing and he gets to have this gorgeous person on his arm, and then she pays attention and he talks and talks and talks at her. Is that really going to be I mean, that might just become like, oh, this is how I get what I want from you. She's going to still have to have like limits, but I still see this kindness and this understanding that I get it. You're working through things and you still need an example of like what love could be in your life, but I'm not giving my love to you like that unless you're in a place where you can reciprocate it. I don't know. This is very delicate, very delicate. The other thing I could say with this is hopefully he's not going to a bartender to get life advice. No disrespect to the bartenders out there. But, you know, if there's a need for him to communicate, like with a therapist or a counselor or something, but we definitely see a bar here. That's why I'm like, no, she may be willing to like sit down and talk with him in like a social setting on rare occasions as a friend to see has anything yet changed. Is there any change here? Has he figured this bit out yet? I don't know. We can see how much caring there really is. It's just still there's a lot of growing up that still needs to happen. That's the way I would say it. All right, you guys, I'm going to leave this one here. Really great to see everybody. Thank you guys for hanging out with me again tonight. Hey. Michelle S., thanks again for being here. Calm Seas, hi. And Slave Princess, you were first in the house tonight. Decoded and Shay and Ash Cash and Lalu, Spam Folder. Thank you guys. Nikki O, hi Annette. Shout out to you in Australia. Hi AC. Travis and Nancy. Thank you again, Calm Sea. Courtney Walsh, hey. Hi Nancy. Just Me. Oh, thank you so much. And thank you for reminding me, Just Me. Thank you guys for giving it a thumbs up. That means so much. It really does help the channel. So thank you guys so much for giving it a thumbs up. I so appreciate that. RS, hi honey. Hi RO, Wonder T. Thank you, honey. So glad you're here. Hi, Hopeless Romantic. Right back to you, hun. T baby, hi. Great to catch you. Shake B. Delana, how are you? Oh, thank you. It's a little bit bright. Godzilla MC, perfect time. No, Godzilla MC, I don't think I have. Dark Moon by Bonnie Guitar. Hang on, I want to write it down because I don't want to forget. Dark Moon, Bonnie Guitar. Thank you. You know I love music. I'm all about it. Thank you so much, Godzilla MC. That's awesome. I will check it out later tonight. Sorry, guys. Thank you so much, Just Me. You're so sweet. Thank you, Wonder T. Miriam, Empress Down Under. Hey. You're hungry for mangoes. Oh, that's awesome. 01 Frequency. Hi, sweetie. Thanks for being here. Sorry, everybody. Supernova. Awesome to see you. Amy. Hi, honey. Oh, that's so cool that you're a songwriter. That's amazing. Hi, Blossom. Thanks for being here. Polka Dot Suzanne. How are you doing, love? I'm so happy anytime I see you out there. I'm so glad to hear from you. Are you recuperating, hon? Christy. Buongiorno, darling. How are you? Michelle S. You give me far too much credit, but I'm so honored that you enjoy the storytelling. Thank you. Oh, Shakespeare. Aretha Franklin is amazing. Absolutely amazing. I've never encountered a song of hers that didn't just like transport me. I'm telling you. Oh my God. I used to walk and listen to back in the days of the Walkman, you know? I had like it wasn't even the greatest hits. It was like a 4 CD disc set. And, it's like a big old honkin', plastic case with 4 CDs in it. And I would go on these long walks and I would bring the whole thing with me and just keep swapping the 4 CDs out of Aretha. Oh my gosh. She got me through some serious heartbreaks at one point in my life. I so agree with you, Michelle S. Good night, Polka Dot Suzanne. Hi, Cassie. Thank you. Love vibrations. Welcome, honey. I'm so honored to have you. Welcome on Monday. Just so you know, Monday is Members Day. So that's the day where in the Members Corner every Monday, I put out a video that's just for members only. And I also pick a couple of winners, usually 2 people on Monday. One is if somebody has a suggestion for a topic that they want me to tell a story about on Mondays, you can make your suggestion anytime throughout the week in that members video. And then I also pick somebody else at random to get a card pull. So every Monday, don't miss it. And then somewhere in the week, I also usually put out a members only video, just like a short clip of something to do with Aries, because hey, it is, tarot dog. So thank you so much, Rosie. Good to see you. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy, Polka Dot Suzanne. I'm thrilled to hear that you're doing well. Thank you, Rosie. Right back to you. Yes. Oh my gosh. AC, the Walkman, Whitney's greatest hits. That's awesome. Yes. Yeah. AC tomorrow are you talking about for members over on the other channel? Absolutely. On the 28th, I will be choosing probably about 30-ish or so out of our members corner on Case Regardless Life, because I was going to do like an hour where it's just for members. So I was going to do that tomorrow on the other channel. I was hoping on this channel that by the end of this month we would hit the 10,000 subscribers, not members, but just free subscribers. But we didn't get there. I was going to go live, and I was like, oh, I hope it'll happen, in this month, so that if we hit 10,000, we can do kind of a big celebration right on the 28th, because that's a day of the planetary alignment, which is tomorrow. But unless so many people choose to become subscribers tonight, I don't see that happening. So I probably won't do anything on this channel, but on my other, I may tomorrow. I know I'm debating. It'll depend on my lungs, but definitely in the members corner tomorrow on the other channel. On this one, I don't know yet. I've got to kind of check. If I do it here in the members corner on this channel, it'll be probably just announced a little bit, like a short announcement. It'll be just live. If I do it in general on the channels, it'll probably only be on Case Regardless Life. But whenever we get on this channel to 10,000 subscribers, then I will do a little partay. So anyway, you guys, lots of love. So good to see everybody. All right. Take care, guys. Sweet dreams, everybody. If this is where you head off to bed, or good morning if your day is just beginning. Lots of love. Bye.